Sean's death totally hurt me, because up until then I was either fooling myself that it wasn't true, hoping it wasn't true, and then when I finally had some clue that it was, my own capture looks so small against that. Like, I mean, I was a lucky one.
It's na seachta daoine vís fós a bhac léin ag gláisiú tríóide agus bhí Mairead Farrell in Ardmhacha. Agus beníd na blianta nuair a thosaigh na hagóidí sa phríosún go seachta sé ar aghaidh d'ascail siad go léir as policy de chuid na Breataine sé sin le rá. Ná túrfií a thuile stádas politiúil stádas speisialta do bhfuil an IRA nar a bhónta carpaigh ní glachach bhfuil an IRA lena léir. Últíadar na héitblachana na fearúltíadar iadach an phríosún na cathab agus mar sin nuair plid. Mother leis na sastaigh le rialtas hasanna is stoim gur ceapadar son go múthadaist an coga leistigh den phríosún i léon áras bheith. Bhrisitaist an IRA leistigh dus na phríosún. Bhí Mairead ina ceannar inis ar na ban phríosúnar de chud na IRA in Ardmhacha. En in lún gur a bhís go daoine go raibh maná leis sa phríosún agus iad ar an agóid chéanna. Agus beidir gur béanú ná go raibh a go déananig féin ag na maná, so ní rád ar siúd ar na plitne. Bhíidir son códing go bháilta chéanagus a bhína fir. Dar leo ní corp na géad, saidóirí beid dar leo hénig, agus bhíidir lerug stádas politiúil stádas speisialta.
The Republican movement itself, while it treated us as equals in a certain sense that we were in prison and that, at the same time they didn't feel that, or not even them, people on the outside in general, society, looked at us as the girls in Armagh, and we shouldn't really be in there, we should be out here and let the men do it, The men are quite capable of doing it and they don't need women to do it. Women aren't supposed to be politically active. We're supposed to be looked after, taken care of. We even thought in the early days that we were an extension. We were always we're doing this to support the men and the blacks. At the same time, we were on it for political status, and we want the political status as much as the men and the blacks.
Cahiac nascana an a láidir idir na maná a bhí ar na gáid. Bhí Mairead agus Sinead mór I downtown na Mairead sna blianta sa I phríosún Ardmhacha.
Initially, Mairead was the OC of the wing, but by that stage then she became the jail OC. She was in charge of the whole
jail.
Yeah.
Why, I mean, who appointed her? And I think I remember asking her that, but who appointed her? Well, is it outside or was she voted in, or would it have been?
It initially came from inside, because the people there felt confident with her, and I would say from the start that my impression of Mairead was just she was always a leader. She was always struck me as being a leader, and she was always to the fore. No matter what we were doing, she would have been there in the forefront doing it with you.
Tá náid sin is dúnta le blianta. Is ní rás riomh an son ar bhí sin ar phríosún. A chanim mar is chun leart leis an ahar réman ó morí is caiise sin blianta fada mar hé clíneach ag na phríosúnaigh. Céféad banna bhí an stá?
Is tá go ró thar trocha agus tahiad. Haring mé isteach an seo beidir trí ceithre sa teachtain agus beidir níos medica. Ní amháin ag go isteach na Killiney agus bheith ceist lá go príomhateach mar sin dé, ach híana isteach is sa seomra telefíse agus chur rahan amach ag an clós lá. Ach de grá ní chur mé isteach ní chur mé céisteach go dtíar na mar sin dé. Bhí na ceflinní stí sa frisin ag méadú agus ag méadú. Bhí a lán faiban an agus an ceflin sin na prisní agus údaras faoi ceannas ar an áit agus ceannas ar na prisní agus mar sin dé, so bhí ceflin sin gcónaíonn sin agus an sin hála rud milsena an seo seachta lá de fiara ní dig 8 agus ina gu a tug ar an é sin bhí sin in a líne an thusan sin le bí a áil agus
prisún Mairead agus na dhéine
agus hí áfaí mrá an seo bhí áfaí fear an seo agus tháinig na ferristeach agus bhfuil si déad go trom.
Because we had our own clothes, that was a major thing. We had, any time there was a volunteer killed, we used to have commemoration in the yard, and we would have wore black clothing, and that particular time it was volunteer Tiliana had been blown up. But had the commemoration as usual, and that was it. Everybody went about their business, and it was actually the next day. There was a door that joined our wing to A wing, and that opened, and how many? About 30 to 40 male screws, all dressed in red gear, with shields and batons, just came rushing in while we were trying to get our dinner, totally taken unawares. We didn't know what was happening.
So they were there to look for these
black clothing, but at the end of the day it was stuff that had come through the censors, so it was just an excuse to get in and raid in ourselves.
So you were all beaten?
We were all manhandled or beaten in some shape or form, some more than others. And then after that they just kept us locked up. Mairead kept trying to negotiate, kept trying to ask for the governor, the head screw, anybody, and they wouldn't deal with us at all. Just totally ignored us. And I think that initially they left us there for about 24 hours.
Yeah. I mean, there was no toilets in the cells. All you had was a chamber pot, and there was 2 people in the cell. And I mean, it can only hold so much, so we started emptying it under the door, and they started brushing it back into us.
So then you started to put your excrement on the wall?
There was nothing else to do.
Is cool Mairead against them, finna cníirecha, nor bhíidir ar an agóid agus agus ílar le gur déras. Is cuail sin le hibán sonnach íl daoine elas ní bhain na prisúnaí ag na hithigan, bhíidir siras tigan sa ben bháin is cuilam gur maríochaí taobh mud an ngeata. Agus cuilam meis nar cós tréis Vás réad, bhí idir ag gglaart le den cúpla den na hithiigh prisúnas.